Well, I'm delighted to say welcome to Woking Football Club, Tommy Block.
Yeah, thank you.
Your name probably, in all honesty, won't be all that familiar to many of our supporters. So,
No.
what can we learn about you? First of all, tell us where you play. What sort of player you
Well, I'm
are?
a defensive midfield player. I played for Bognor Regis in the Ryman Prem and then the Conference South, and I got moved to Hibernian in Scotland, where I was just before I got my move here. And during the virus, they couldn't afford my accommodation and stuff, so I moved back down here, and then obviously signed with Dallas at Woking.
Right, so you've just answered all my questions in 2 sentences. Let's go back. You say defensive midfield player, so what are your particular strengths? Do not be modest.
I'm strong, good, try and get on the ball as much as I can, and I try and put a foot in and make some tackles.
Right, and do you give it to someone else to play a pass, or can
Yeah,
you
I try and give the
pass?
ball to someone else, but I can. Obviously, I've got a good range of passing, but if there's something nice and simple, I just do that and then just try and win the ball back.
And we can't tell from seeing you on a stool. How tall are you?
About 6 foot.
Right.
Just about 6 foot.
Okay, because it's the sort of thing people were interested to know. Because if we're going to have a nice a central defensive midfield player, have they got a bit of size about them? And you have, obviously. So let's go back in time. You're actually from Bognor Regis as well as having played for them, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm from Bognor Regis. Yeah, that's my local
Right,
team.
and you're still living there now.
Still living there now. Yeah.
Right. And if I'm correct, originally as a lad, you were attached to Brighton. Is that right?
Yeah, from under 11s to under 16s, I was there for 5 years and didn't get my scholarship, and that's when I joined non-league through college and went to Bognor.
Okay. And I think you became quite a bit of a fan's favourite there. Didn't you?
Yeah, I'd say they like me. I still talk to quite a few of the fans there now. I get on with them quite well. And they've already told me they're going to be coming to Woking to watch a few of the games.
Brilliant. Bognor won't be pleased to hear that. But on the way, you played for a village on the south coast. I think it's fair to call it Pagham.
Yeah, Pagham.
And then Chichester City. Was that a step up in terms of the leagues?
It was more to just get men's football more than standard. I was only 16 at the time.
Right.
And then obviously my dad used to manage Pagham.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but not when I was there, but a few years before.
Yeah.
And I just joined Pagham. Didn't really play, so I went to try because I knew the coach there. And the coach, Darren Kilpatrick, he was England College's manager.
Okay.
So I had quite a good link with him, and he's at Bognor as well.
Right.
Yeah, so he helped me with that move.
Yeah, Sam Mason, who was a goalkeeper here, played in that side.
Yeah.
You didn't cross with him at all?
No, I didn't.
Like at England colleges?
No, I don't think so.
It's on a personal way, it's great to hear someone talk about Chai, because as I was telling you beforehand, I went to school there, and I very rarely hear that nowadays.
Yeah, we went to the same school, didn't we?
We did, yes. Some distance apart, shall we say. Yeah, I'm sure it's very, very different now to when I was there. So, you're playing for Bognor Regis, and then what happens? Do you get a phone call, or what happens to get you to Hibs?
Well, I knew they was watching me, I think, against Braintree, I think it was, and I had a call from a guy up in Scotland saying they want me in. And at first I didn't go, because obviously I was only 17 at the time. I thought it was a bit too big to move to Edinburgh, and I wanted to stay at home. But then the time came and I thought, I better take the opportunity. And I went there and I really enjoyed it. Neil Lennon signed me.
All right.
And then, unfortunately, whatever happened with him, and he left. And then the 2 managers come in, which didn't really take my favour. And after that, nothing really worked in my favour at that club. Right. So I thought, come back and enjoy football back in England again.
But you did have a little loan with Queen's Park as well, didn't you?
Queen's Park, yeah. To be fair, as a club, they were really good to me. They looked after my family when they come and watch games. I played at Hampden as well.
I was going to say, where do they play?
Yeah, it was a nice ground to play at. Yeah. Obviously not full, obviously, but still a nice ground to play at.
Absolutely, yeah, fantastic. And that was that sort of the end of a season when you were there?
That was
last part of a season.
No, that was the first half of the season.
Oh, okay.
So till January, and I got recalled in January.
Right.
And then I was obviously till March, and then the virus happened.
Yeah.
I was looking to play high, and then obviously nothing happened.
Well, you say that it didn't work out as well as you might have liked at Hibs, but they said very nice things about you when you left, didn't they?
Yeah, especially I got nice messages from some of the fans as well. I managed to make the bench once in the cup game for the first team, and I was in around the 19-man squad, but obviously they can only take 18 players, so I might miss out, but it's still a good opportunity. But other than that, we didn't get much of a look in. So.
Right. Is it? It seems to me, and you could probably tell me if I'm mistaken, there is quite a considerable growing trend of English players going up to play in Scotland.
Just Scotland, yeah, there is recently.
Which it never used to happen at all.
No. It's mainly the other way around. They want to come down and play down here, but
yeah.
there's a few people up there, yeah, that I know. Yeah,
yeah. We've got at least 2 of our ex-players playing in Scotland
in the Premier League up there.
I can't remember. It's Gozi Ogwu and Rhys Charles Cook are both playing in Scotland now.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who for, I'm ashamed to say. But nonetheless, they're part of the revolution, I suppose. So you came back to England, to home, because of the virus, etc.
Yeah.
You're a free agent. How do you end up here?
Someone I knew from Brighton, actually, called Mark Anderson, knew Douse as well, spoke to him, and he said, just come in. So I come in, trained for a few weeks, played 1 or 2 free games, 2.5 games, whatever it was, and manager really likes me, so I'm happy to sign here.
Right. So it was, you got someone to put a word in for you, and Douse gave you the opportunity.
Yeah, and luckily I took it, really.
Yeah, for sure. So what are your ambitions, first of all, from here on immediately in terms of Woking?
Well, to enjoy football again, really, and to obviously play at a high standard. This is a very good standard that I haven't actually played at before, so hopefully I can do well in this league and then see what happens. But obviously, in terms of a club, I'm at a good club. I used to be when I was 16.
Yes, I know. I was told that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought I'd come and enjoy my football, playing a good standard for a good club.
Sure. Right. Well, yeah, as you mentioned it, I was told that you played a game for the academy. I think it would be fair to say you weren't here very long. But
I wasn't here very long. But Scott Harrison, who's here now, signed me for Brighton when I was 11.
Right.
And that's how I knew him. And I just come in after leaving Brighton, after doing college. But obviously being 16, I couldn't drive. So then I had to get a train, and at 16 that's quite a big ask. Yeah. So I just went to a local college in Havant.
Right.
And I went there.
Sure. Okay, well you're here now anyway, by whatever route. How does the part-time aspect fit in? Have you got something else you do outside football?
Well, I'm going to get a gym membership, and I've got all my Hibs stuff through the virus. So I can do all my strength work and all the stuff basically I was doing at Hibs. So I'm going to try and do as much full-time work as I can, even if it's by myself. Right. And then come here as much as I can. If there's ever opportunity to come and train, then I'll come and train whatever day of the week it is. Sure.
But you're not looking immediately to get a job outside football?
Oh no, definitely not. I'm too young. I want to play football for a living.
Sure.
Try and keep pushing.
Okay, and does that sum up your ambitions for the longer term to be full-time football?
Yeah, I definitely want to be. That's what my dream job is, as most youngsters really. But obviously playing at a good level, to good in the shop window, hopefully progress on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you played at Southampton on Saturday, and at least one person, probably more, said to me afterwards that they thought you were the best player we had on the day. So you've made a good impression to start with.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
All the very best to continue to do that, and hope you have a great season.
Thank you, I appreciate that.